Alright, what's up? We got a new chapter of Bokuban. This is question 130. Sometimes a genius still struggles with X. And we have Senpai and Sensei ringing it. Coming out of the TV like the girl in the ring. I don't know why. Sensei is carrying 2 cups of coffee, obviously a coffee set that's meant to be bought for a newlywed couple. A his and hers sort of thing, which she's already run into some trouble with before because her sister came over and she thought that a lot of stuff was like that when it wasn't. Blah, 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 so on and so forth. I hope we get a little behind the scenes thing that they often do for cover pages. I always think those are funny. Ha 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 ha. Oh, we don't. Aw, what the heck? What the heck? I wanted to see how they set this up. How'd they get that TV? Are they ringing it or are they midnight channeling it? Maybe they're midnight channeling it. It looks like they're having a little more fun than you would if you were ringing it. Okay, anyways. So, Furuhashi has applied for whatever university she wants to get into. That's pretty exciting. The secondary tests at the end of February are coming up, which of course is the real kind of climactic ones. Like the central test, of course, was super important for all of their university futures besides Ruka, I guess. But the individual university ones are the ones that they care even more about and that will really come down to each individual girl having an individual test on an individual day and thus like allowing much more focus into their anxieties and into their struggles and ultimately, hopefully, their successes. Yeah. That's what's happening. First of all, oh, she's hungry. Late night munchies. Shall we stop for groceries? Yeah, she just wants to snack late into the night. Naruyuki's still on his crutch. I think that's kind of cool. He's, it's like kind of a character trait that's going to linger with him a little bit, unfortunately. But it's something that kind of adds a little bit of spice, I guess I would say, to these chapters. They run into Sensei, who is, what's that? Loaded for bear. Is that what people say? It means you just you've got a lot of stuff. I guess there's some sale or something that she's going in on. Makes sense of deja vu here. Wait. Was there a previous chapter where this was the setup? He runs into Sensei with a whole bunch of grocery bags and then they go back to her place together or something. That sounds familiar. It sounds like something they must have done by now. So it's kind of fun that they're like calling it out themselves, but whatever. It's like you know how these series work. There's like the setup and then there's kind of the sometimes erotic comedic parts and then there's kind of the lesson and the sentimentality and stuff at the end. So if they want to be like really efficient with that first setup stage and kind of lampshade it, I think that's fine because you were gonna do something like something was gonna happen like this. You might as well just say, all right, well, something happened. her bag's ripped, sure. So they have. Ooh, do you have time for a cup of tea before you go? And Naruyuki is freaking out, of course, because he thinks the apartment is going to be a total mess. But instead, it's super clean. Whoa. I have a lot on your plate. I can't keep leaning on you for support. She's starting to clean it herself. Isn't that nice? I think this is actually something that's really powerful that these sorts of series can do, where they introduce kind of a character quirk as, just a way to set up jokes and as like a kind of gap moe type thing, whatever. Okay, so Sensei's really messy. And through many years of the series, we deal with this, and there's like lots of jokes about that and stuff. But then at a certain point, you show her actually develop, and that quirk goes away. And because that quirk had been so integrated into so many plots, it's actually kind of felt like it's felt as a significant change. It's not just sort of, I don't know, like it has some sort of plot consequences that this quirk has gone away. But at that point, it's like you've proved that the people like that character so much, you don't need that quirk to continue supporting that character. And this, in fact, actually endears people even more to the character to see that she's growing and stuff. This is a model I've seen a lot on some sitcoms that employ what I call reverse flanderization. So flanderization, of course, is like a TV tropes term for when they take a character that has some like quirks about them, but is still generally just like a normal person. And then for the purposes of escalating the comedy, they keep exaggerating those quirks until it kind of takes over the character and they become this grotesque parody of what they once were. And Ned Flanders from The Simpsons is like the canonical example of this. But then a lot of sitcoms kind of go the other way, where at first they try to get your attention by having characters that have really defined weirdness to them, and they can set up a lot of plot lines about this weirdness and stuff. But eventually they actually mature as people. They become like more real in this sense. And a lot of these quirks kind of become overcome and aren't that plot relevant anymore. It's nice, it's nice. I'm also still expecting the fake out where Furuhashi is like, oh, I gotta go to the washroom. And they're like, no, you can't go to the washroom. And they go to the washroom. It's just like all the boxes and all of the garbage and stuff is piled up. That also would be funny. Yeah, okay. It's that route. Interesting that she says this is hardly the place. Like, there's another place where she would actually like it if he surprised her like that. Out of season mosquito. Ooh, so they're doing some studying there with Sensei. That's quite nice. It's kind of also showing that Furuhashi is a lot more comfortable with Sensei after the last chapter when they had the bath together and kind of cleared the air. That was nice. Forget about your results on the national test. The task at hand is to maximize your scores on the secondary test. Focus on the practice tests for your target schools and eliminating any careless oversights in your work. The STEM department of Tenge University, your target school. Get partial credits on question if your reasoning is correct. Don't give them problems you can't completely solve. Oh, that's cool. I'm really glad that that's it's something they do. For some reason, I assume that a lot of these tests are just purely multiple choice, just because that seems like kind of the sort of brutal fairness that a lot of these tests represent. But I suppose for these secondary exams for specific schools, you could be going for any sort of arts degree or whatever, where multiple choice really doesn't tell you that much about how powerful a student they could be. Getting support from Sensei in my chosen field of study feels really good. Oh, isn't that nice? It's subject affirming behavior. Okay. Top of the cover to the right. Whoa! What is she going to start cluing into? And the fact that Nariyuki knew where the snacks were. They've got these weird matching loves. She's kind of having the same problems that Haru. Her name isn't just Haru. What's her name? I don't know. Whatever. The little sister had been misunderstanding. Curry. Oh, since you gave it to me. Oh. Oh no! Furuhashi, no, but she's like the worst cook ever. She just wants to compete with Sensei. She feels like she's slowly being boxed out of something here. Uh-oh. Curry making contest. Okay, alright. Oh, it's Miharu. She's got Miharu's apron. How cute. So, we already know that Furuhashi is a terrible cook. But could it be that Sensei is also a terrible cook? Do we have any evidence to disprove this? I feel like this is just going to be a double disaster. She already cut her fingers. Ew, they're just like splurting blood like whale plumes. Best thing is to wash the cuts in cold water. Oh, she's like full Doki Doki, holding hands. Ooh, and Sensei is distracted by this intimacy. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Sensei is definitely incompetent too. Oh my god. This is pretty good. I think this premise is pretty good because normally when there's like a cooking contest sort of chapter, it's like the two characters that we've established actually are good at cooking, perhaps, or maybe one that's really bad and one that's good, or even one that's bad and one that's normal. But the idea of taking like perhaps the two worst cooks in the whole series and having them both make curry for Narayuki, a guy they both like a deep, deep, deep down, but won't admit to themselves. And then poor Narayuki, he just broke his ankle. Now has to eat disgusting curry. But Sensei's burning, you know. Saute the meat and vegetables in oil. How much oil? Okay. And he is left with this. This is disgusting curry. This is disgusting. Yours too, Sensei. For a moment I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. Ooh, but Narayuki, dutifully, is trying to eat it. You got flustered and overlooked some things. That happened the last time we cooked together. Say common sense when you cook, I think you'll do fine. It's wonderful you're so committed to following a recipe. You learn to improvise when the unexpected comes up, you'll do great. Oh my gosh! Narayuki's so kind, so benevolent. What a wonderful person. Able to grin and bear it through even this. And the main thing that he calls out here, yeah, why weren't they just working together? They'd been able to combine their strengths. I'm sure they could work out just fine. Aww. Somehow you always manage to say just the right thing. The fact that you're so alive and engaged in my presence is also thanks to Yukiya. Yeah, because she's thinking back to when she tutored them. And the two of them were very closed off, very shy, timid, afraid. But yeah, Furuhashi around Narayuki is brimming with righteous confidence. Let's try again, and this time let's look together. All right, they're gonna try again. Oh, and then we actually get to see them try again. I thought that might be just kind of our little final sign off, like things might get better. This is nice. Teaching each other, paying attention to things, setting timers, and in the end, they made delicious curry. Making curry is a lot like studying for a test, because they didn't end up doing very much of that. They just made curry twice. Feel free to come over and cook anytime. Wow. Oh no. Oh no. Furuhashi has a superhuman tolerance for spice. I'm surprised she had the ingredients. It's not like just by following the recipe you can make something spicy if you don't actually have the Carolina Reapers, which are a real curry, or a real pepper, I'm pretty sure. Okay, alright. Nice chapter. Lots of fun. I wonder if there will be another similar chapter where Ogata and Sensei connect, and you know they've already had their reconciliation, but now they can kind of have adventures together. It's like a character pairing that they really hadn't been able to explore too much because of the past, right? So now that they've cleared the air and stuff, maybe we'll see Ogata Sensei adventures. Who knows? Yeah, fun. Okay, good times. Look forward to next week.